Hey everybody, welcome back. Got another video for you today. We're doing Panthor from the Masters of the Universe line. So what we have in front of us here is we have our vintage Panthor, we have our Origins Panthor, and then we have something that's a little bit outside the box. This is Painthor, which instead of a cat, the new CGI line gave us essentially a chopper for Skeletor to ride around on. Let's go ahead and start with our vintage from 1982. Of course, we have our vintage Skeletor, but we're going to sit him in the back and we'll take a look at Panthor. It's essentially the same exact mode that we got for Battle Cat. And with this one, instead of being green with the orange stripes painted on, we essentially just got a purple flocked cat. So as you can see, this is from 1981. This thing's pretty wore out. So some of the flocking is coming off, but he does still have his vintage saddle in green. No articulation. This was simply just for Skeletor to be posed on and to line up against Battle Cat with your vintage collection. So there's not a whole lot to talk about. It's just a neat item to have in your collection. Now what's cool, in 2021 we got our Origins Panthor, which if you saw the video on the Origins Battle Cat, they added in all kinds of articulation that we never had with that vintage toy. We got the head rotation, we got the jaw that opens and closes, you got the neck up and down, legs, bend at the knee, no pivot point at the ankle, unfortunately. You have the tail, again the back legs are the same as the front, they will bend at the knee. And then if you take off the armor, kind of just see the really detailed sculpting that they did with the fur. It's very nice. This is actually a really nice toy. Now a lot of people were mad when this first released. Why aren't we getting a flocked Panthor? What is with this just a purple cat stuff? So Mattel gave us a flocked Panthor. Now this was a Walmart exclusive. Realistic fur. Nice packaging. And we'll look at that a little more here in a moment. Our 2021 line gave us this ridiculous motorcycle that they call Painthor. And there's actually a joke at one point in the series where Skeletor wants his own Battle Cat. He doesn't get one, but he does get this. And we did get a neat repaint in this set. You get the Skeletor with the black and the gold, which a lot of people think is a reference to that 2000X Skeletor release that's commonly referred to as the Disco Skeletor. It's nice. I like having a variation of Skeletor. What's kind of neat about this is the Painthor has a spot where you can put his Havoc staff right in the back. So he can ride around and have his Havoc staff on the back of his motorcycle. This is hard plastic. It's all hollow. The plastic wheels. It does roll pretty well, and they do have it balanced to where it's not going to fall over. So it's easy to display on the shelf. So let's open up our flocked Panthor and get a closer look. Now the way he comes packaged, you have this cover piece here, plastic, and essentially he's just sitting in there. There's no tie downs, no rubber bands or anything like that. Makes it easy to actually put it back in the packaging. This is very nice. It has a very high quality feel to it, even though it is the same exact toy as the other Panthor release. With that, the flocking, it just feels a lot nicer. So let's bring in the other version here. So you do lose quite a bit of the sculpting, so you don't really see all of it, but it's there, and it's you still have all the articulation that came with your standard release. I believe those are exactly the same saddle. They didn't change anything up on it, unlike the Battlefield Warriors Battle Cat, where the armor was a little shinier. So with the way the flocking works, they do not put flocking on those like pivot points, obviously, because when you're going to be bending, it would just rub it right off. So yeah, price point, you're looking at $40 for this, and this was, like I said, a Walmart exclusive, which made it very difficult to get initially. I think you can still get the regular Panthor, Big Bad Toy Store and Amazon and stuff like that. You can find it usually through them. Sometimes you might be able to catch it on sale with like Target. But like I said, this is a Walmart exclusive. You can occasionally catch them in the stores. Do I think it's worth the additional price versus our standard release that usually runs $20 to $25? I didn't at first until I opened it and actually got my hands on it, and I think it's a lot nicer figure. So let's go ahead and compare it to our vintage. Yes, you can see it's actually a different shade of purple as well, but it's really a nice upgrade. So I can finally put this guy away and let him rest comfortably in a box somewhere and not get too much more degradation on his flocking. Yeah, so I think this is going to be my new mainstay for my Masters Universe collection. The great thing about this figure is the fact that you can easily repackage it. So if you want to preserve it, but you want to at least get a hands-on at least once, it will go back in this packaging pretty easily. Just gotta bend the legs a little bit. Bring that leg forward. Back in the package. Appreciate you guys sticking around to watch. Have a great day.